Unbelievable. Afternoon, folks. Let's just sort out the stream. There we go. Afternoon. Hi, Sue, Kathy, Joanne, Maunda. Hello. Public group. There we go. Right, there you go. Well, hi, Charlotte. We're live on the page as well now. Okay. So it's a bit of a fakeaway night tonight. I'm going to do some battered chicken. I'm using the recipe in Keto and Spice. I'm making one adaptation. I want to see if it works. So this is a recipe development, again, on the fly. And then I'm going to remake, so I'm going to do a half portion of what's in the recipe library. And then I'm going to make it again with another swap, because I want to see whether, again, whether it works or not. So there's just follow along. You'll get what I mean. You'll get what I mean. And Ella's behind me also doing a bit of recipe development. Mm-hmm. Right. So battered chicken, which I am going to deep fry, and I am going to deep fry it in good old-fashioned lard. So just while I get the chicken sorted out, I'm going to get the lard up to temperature. Now, it will help if you've got a thermometer to ensure. Yes, if you've got a deep fat fryer, some people do still have them. If you've got a deep fat fryer that controls the temperature, then great. But it's not necessary. Hi, Patricia. It's not necessary to have a deep fat fryer. You can just do this. You can just do it in a pan. You just need to be aware you don't want to overload the oil to start with. So as much as this looks like quite a lot of lard going in, it's barely going to give it sort of an inch, maybe a fraction more at the bottom of the pan. And the other thing to be aware of is when you're loading it up with food, again, you don't put too much in. Okay. And great thing about using lard is you can use it again. Nice, sunny Cumbria. Yeah, it's a rather overcast Northamptonshire today. Lovely. However, yeah, bearing in mind the last couple of days have been unbearable. The air just feels clear. Yeah, it's much easier to work in. It's been difficult. Old-fashioned chip pan, yeah. I mean that's all this is, isn't it? I mean, we used to have what is a chip pan? It's a pan that you put a net in, basically. I'm going to do the same thing. So, I'll tell you what. I'm going to make the batter first, because that's supposed to stand for a few minutes before I sort of prep the chicken. Out of the way. Afternoon, Sarah. So I'm going to do a 1 egg amount. It's easy when you've got multiple eggs in a dish, because if you want to halve it, you can just straight down the line. It is 60 grams of, and in Keto and Spice it says 60 grams of vital wheat gluten, or another. Oh, actually no, it does. We did the change after this. Sorry, I thought it said or the egg white protein. On the website, it will give you the alternative for egg white protein. I've done this before and I know it works. It's the same quantity, so the same 60 grams. Obviously, egg white protein is a cleaner coating. So gluten, vital wheat gluten, is isn't recommended for everyone, and certainly not recommended in large volumes for the majority of people. So you do have to be careful with gluten. So it's no different with the mega bread. So I would sort of say don't potentially use it on a daily basis. Mr. Kellard, how are you doing, mate? Right, so egg white protein first. I'm keeping this plain today. There's no seasoning, well, no additional seasoning going into it. Caroline, I haven't used lupin flour for this. Yes, I've made a batter. I haven't done this, so I don't know. You won't use as much lupin as you would egg white protein. It will work. It's just finding how much. You know, I was surprised I needed all 60. Oh, I've just realized I've just done the full recipe. I only need 30 grams. I was surprised that it needed the same amount of egg white protein as it did vital wheat gluten. I know from experience with using lupin, it won't take 60 grams. Otherwise, it'll just go too thick. Won't be much of a batter. Right, so I'm back down to 30 grams. Pinch of salt. 1 teaspoon. Yes, egg white protein is gluten-free. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So it is a great swap. I do my crispy coated chicken thighs. The original recipe was vital wheat gluten. I've switched now to only using egg white protein. I think it's better anyway. I think the actual crispiness of the skin and the coating is better. I don't know, Patricia. I have no idea. Right, okay. So the adaptation I was making to this recipe was, instead of using nuts, I'm going to use grated Parmesan. Now I've cheated and bought grated because I don't want to stand here and try and grate 30 grams of Parmesan. This is finer. No, you can't swap vital wheat gluten out of mega. It doesn't work. Right, so 30 grams. I just thought today, why not see if we can make this a nut-free, seed-free batter. There you go, 68. So it's definitely not dairy-free, okay? Okay, so that's the dry ingredients. That's all that's going in. If you wanted to add a little bit of smoked paprika, garlic powder, anything like that, then now's the time to do it. Get it into the mix here. Afternoon, Joanne. Just make sure there are no lumps in here as well. All right, so adding to this is now the liquid. So 1 egg, and the magic ingredient is sparkling water. And then you just need to let it rest for a few minutes. So 1 large egg. Yes, so I've used, where I've used Parmesan, the standard recipe was ground almonds. I reckon you could also do it with ground linseed as well. Again, I haven't tried that swap, but they are very much interchangeable. Might be a little bit gritty. You might just taste it in the batter. But, you know, if you're happy with that, then that's fine. Okay, and then we want 100 mils of sparkling water. I would add it gradually. If you just try and mix in 100 grams of sparkling water now, it'll just be a big old mess. There you go. I stuck 20 in to start with. Or maybe it was 30. It was 30. It helps with the coating, Catherine. I was surprised as well, but it actually helps create the right consistency. The carbonation must do something as part of the mix. Was this one of the first associate recipes that we put in? Because this was Chris, wasn't it? Oh yeah. That's better. Right, there we go. Oh no, 100. Yeah, sorry, I suddenly realised, thinking I've not halved it, but I have, because it was 200. We're down to 100. Right, okay. Turkey meatballs, yes, we love those. Right, so I'm just going to let that sit. It's actually a little bit thinner than I imagined. I'll come back to it. We can always give it a bit more. Maybe the nuts did help it. Okay. So chicken time. I've got about 500 grams of a full cup of oil bean would also activate your baking powder. Right. Ah, okay.
Give me the maps.
Yeah, okay. Right, so good news, folks. We've got a professional chef in the house. Liam is a good friend of mine. He's also our Kestival chef. So him and his team are coming to cook for us. So we're going to get some really good tips now. Sorry, Liam, just dumped you in it, mate. We're doing the chicken in obviously bite-sized pieces. They're going to be deep fried, so you don't want them too big. Obviously, the batter doesn't take long to cook. You want the chicken to also cook thoroughly. And again, part of the purpose, I've got a thermometer here so I can check it. So say I've got about just over 500 grams of chicken here. So here's the thing: chicken is protein, yes, but that doesn't mean I have 500 grams of protein. It means I've got 100 grams of protein in this dish. This is going to be for me and Louis. We're sharing it. We're sharing this chicken. Ella's done herself a slightly different chicken version. Don't worry, Catherine. He can handle you all. No, she was just trying out a different recipe. So it was. You've had the battered chicken before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she was just trying. She's trying something different out. So it's just different dinners. Even no one can handle Shay. All right, sorry, I'm just looking for the slotted spoon. It seems to have gone missing. Why has the slotted spoon gone missing? Nobody else uses it apart from me. Well, that's unusual. Right, okay, so the oil oil needs to be at least 190, okay? So again, best way of testing it, get one of these. You'll use it more often, more regularly than you imagine. We're only at 170 at the moment. So just give it a little bit more welly. Right, okay, so we're going to dust the chicken first, then dunk it into the batter. And actually that's thickened up a little bit more now. It was a little bit watery. But yeah. Blimey, we've got you all on today. Right, so we're going to dust the chicken in a little bit of egg white protein first, then dip it in the batter, and then it goes into the hot oil. Let me get some kitchen towel ready. You can still get deep fat fryers. Excellent. Oh. Yeah, take that out. Okay, go away. Right, we're ready. Going off subject, what ninja would you recommend? Depends what you're cooking in your ninja. So the two ninjas that I've got behind me, so Foodie over in that corner, you can see there's milk lined up because I'm going to make yogurt, and there's the grill behind me on this side. I've got chicken thighs in the fridge waiting to go in there as well. Doing a bit of a prep afternoon. Let me come back to you in a second. Right, so we're at the right temperature. So quick dusting of egg white protein for the chicken. Just going to do a couple of pieces at a time. Into the batter. I'll try these few pieces now, and we'll see if we need to thicken the batter up any more. Or whether it coats nicely. And then carefully, again, don't overload the pan. You want a nice fizz. You can't quite know. You can't see. We might have to bring the camera in so you can see them a bit better. Can you sort of see if you can bring that camera in just a little bit? Because it's just raise it up, wind it up, and then angle. There you go, and then angle it down. There you go. Right. So don't forget, if you are deep frying stuff, once you've added food in, the temperature is going to go down. So that oil has gone from 190 and it's probably now going to be under 180. It's just at 180. So increase the temperature. Just bump it up a little bit. You don't want it to go soggy. Quick flip it over. Get over. There we go. Right, just let them cook away for a few minutes. I know that she's cut the top of my head off, but you don't need to see me. That's the important bit. Right, let's do some more of the other stuff. Right, we'll go back to the ninja. Sorry, Peter, is it? Yeah, Peter. So the Foodie does liquids. So if you want to make bone broth, if you want to steam, if you want to pressure cook, or if you want to make yogurt like I'm going to do, then you need the foodie. The grill does lots of grilling things, so roasting, baking, grilling. The foodie also does them, but the grill is better at them. It's because it's a squarer tray. So like I can roast off a whole kilo of chicken thighs in there. You can dehydrate. So it really depends as to what you intend doing with it the most. If you never pressure cook and you never gonna make yogurt, because steaming you can do on the hob, then go for the grill. The grill's more in use in this house than well, I don't know actually. It's yeah. The grill's probably just about edges it out. Right, so you can obviously sense that the oil's getting hotter again. It's lots of spitting. I need tongs for that. Or just get both. Yes, you won't find many people in our group that have only got one. In fact, we've got 5. Not cookers. We've got 5 Ninja devices. Get in. Okay.
See, last time you did this, you forgot to add it into the powder part.
Did I? Okay. Well, certainly I wouldn't do that on purpose. It does help. It does help. Bloody hell. Get in. And actually, it does go a long way. I've said I'm going to have to make another one, but this makes a lot of batter. I've done half a portion here with almost the same amount of chicken, and we've got loads left. Look, crispy chicken. Right, easy. Right, again, useful tool, because you want to know that chicken's cooked. About 2 degrees still to go. I did pick one of the biggest pieces. Okay. Fraction sharp. They're at very high 60s. They need to be in 74. So they're very close. $74. Nick. Okay. All right. I'll get these in, and then we'll cut those open so you can see them. It's crispy. Right. Can you hear that? It's light. It's very light. It's very light. And it's perfectly cooked. Yeah? So it's a thin, crispy batter on the outside. It's not a big, chunky batter that you're going to get from the chippy. Again, when you're doing this, don't be tempted to have the oil on as hot as you possibly can get it. You're going to burn the outside. You're not going to cook the inside. So it's going to look like they're ready long before they're cooked on the inside. Keep it in that 180, 190 range. There you go, 194. Just keep turning them over because they will rotate. You can't see it, but they try and rotate and stay on one side, and one side gets cooked, the other side doesn't. And you want all over. Can you add this version of the butter on the website later? The egg white protein one is already on the website. Not going to change the website with the Parmesan because we'd need to redo the macros, and we can't have that many adaptations on one recipe. So we can probably make a. Can we put notes in the? Yeah, we'll put a note at the bottom of the website, at the bottom of the recipe for the ground almonds can be changed to Parmesan. Right, there we go. So they're coated all the way around now. I don't count. I don't count. I don't even know what I've eaten today. Oh, I had a bacon sandwich earlier. Ask me how I did that. I made my own bread. It's all right. I just need to get my splatter guard so I don't keep getting spat at. Yeah. And actually, this is pretty much carb free. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is virtually carb free. This batter. Even the original batter with ground almonds, which has more carbs in it, was only 3.7 grams of carbs per portion, and that's more than half of this mix that I've made, or half the mix that was made. So yeah. What did you cook it in? What did I cook what in? Kevin, you got to be specific. Bread, chicken. It's a new bread. Mike, it's a new bread.
I reckon Kevin's asking what you put the bread in.
The bread, it was in the foodie.
Yeah, and that's the joke. Another ninja.
I don't get it. Okay.
We use the ninjas for everything.
Oh, of course we use the ninjas for everything. Yes, it works on fish. Yes, I was going to do some, but just haven't got any defrosted. So yes, it works on fish. It'd work on anything. It'd work. I mean, I almost thought about got some sausages in the fridge. I was like, battered sausage. All right. Right, these are nearly done. I could have put more in here. I'm just being cautious about how many I put in at the same time. Couple of weeks, Mike. Yeah, perfect. They're well over 75. I shall ignore you, Mr. Kellard. Right, there we go. Let's do these. A couple more of these. Although, do I try the next recipe? Yeah, I'm going to try the other recipe. So I'm just going to stop this for a minute. I'm going to let the oil cool down for a minute. I will use the rest of this batter on something else. So that's the egg white protein. Oh, you can't see it there. That's the egg white protein ones. Okay, let's. Because I've got about half the amount of chicken left, so I'm going to make the other batter mix and see if it works. This one I've never tried before. And the flour is a little bit slightly trickier to bake or to use because it's slightly more absorbent. And I thought egg white protein was as absorbent. I thought egg white protein was super absorbent, but so let's start with. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to stick with the parmesan. So 30 grams of parmesan. Okay. Teaspoon of baking powder. A little bit of salt. Mystery ingredient.
Dodgy white powder and an unlabeled.
Dodgy white powder. Look, white powder. Dodgy white powder. Picked up earlier in the week. Right, okay. I'm going to go with 10 to start with.
No wonder it's so absorbent and how nice it is.
Yeah, it's. Wow, that's 10 grams. Okay. So to that, I might need to obviously add a bit more of the mystery white powder, but I won't know that until I get the liquids in. So let's get the egg in. Hash nuggets. Hang on. What am I making, Catherine? You be quiet. You be quiet. And I'm still going to go with 100 mils. 315. Yeah, I've got frozen prawns in, yeah.
You're going to have prawn toast at some point.
Yeah, okay.
For breakfast or lunch.
Yeah. All right, so that's the same amount of liquid. Now it looks a tiny bit thicker than the other one was. Right, we're going to try one. We're going to try one. Oh, sorry, Catherine. Now I get you. Get you. Right, okay. Right, okay, so we're going to try one. Let's see what happens with the first batch. We might need to add a little bit more of the mystery white powder. I've left it in there.
Comment of the day.
You win.
Okay.
No, mate. We might do something along that version, Liam. But yeah, here's Basil Brush, otherwise known as Argy. Hang on a minute. Come on. Right, you'll just see his tail. No, stick your tail up, you idiot.
Which dog? Because I thought Basil Brush was Coco's colour.
No, you can just see, yeah, because it's the tail that he's on about. You can just see the tip of the tail there. That was Argy. Coco's down here, but she's way too small. Keep her well away from that. Yeah, there you go. She's way too small. Argy could stand up here and be as tall as me if he wanted. Right, okay, let's get back to business. Chicken, flour, mystery white.
She's tired.
Well, the reason why Coco is tired because she was up most of the night playing Builder.
Oh yeah.
So we came down this morning to find that she'd been in Kevin, the builder, been into his toolbox and had his gloves out, had some of his I don't know what they are. She'd had various things out. So she'd been playing Builder for a little while. She'd ripped the badge off something, yeah. She's still not brought it back up or out. Either way.
I don't think she's found it.
Right, there we go. We're at temperature.
She's gonna find it lying around.
Yeah, no, I think we'll find it lying around.
She doesn't eat, she tears.
This batter is definitely a little bit thicker than the other one. So let's see how well it holds onto the meat. So you can see. Holy moly! That was vicious. Why on earth? Okay, this has reacted a little bit differently. I'm not sure it's staying on. All right. There's a lot of reaction in there. No, it's not stayed on. It's right. It may just be too thin. It's a big chunk of it's come off here, and the bit that, to be honest, the bits that have stayed on look more authentic. They look more like fish batter. I'll show you what I mean without getting it everywhere. Right, no, you can't really see properly. Right, okay. We'll go with a little bit more. It's just come off the chicken. We're going to go with 8 grams. Come on. There we go. Okay. Still got to let the chicken cook. I mean, there's no point trying to take it out, doing it again. Right, so this has now made it very thick. So if this one doesn't work, we'll just go back to the original. Oh. If I can get a bit more of it to stick, it looks good. It looks really good. All right. There's definitely something here. There's yeah. Okay. No, no, I'm switched over to the other white powder. So everything that I'm using now is the other white powder. Oops. All right. So initially, what happened was that this just came off. It's quite doughy. So let's see what happens when it's thicker. Tad too thick. I need it to cling to the chicken, but it's lumpy on the chicken at the minute. Okay. Let's see how that works. The weird thing about this is it smells like chippy batter. Yeah, I'm getting with the scraps, and I'm a northerner as well, but this isn't scraps. This is, it still feels a bit doughy. It's not crunchy. It's crunchy on the chicken, but it's not a thick enough coating. It's wafer thin. I'll leave that alone for a minute. Let it sort of try and crispen up. I'm going to move it around. Right, I am going to go back to the egg white protein one though. We'll finish off the chicken in that. So we've got a bit of both.
There's a different colour difference.
There's a colour, there's a smell difference. I can smell there's a difference. Yeah, right one. It's weird because this one looks quite thin and watery, and yet it works perfectly. Get that in. Okay. Yeah, the mystery white powder hasn't really got any. It's too thin. It's just not a. It's not worked on that sort of amount yet. It's not seasoned, so there's nothing in it. Yeah, calamari. Certainly with this one, 100%. The chicken's fine. It's just chicken. It's just the crumb's not really as good.
Can you top a little bit off?
Oh. Right, let's have a look. Yeah.
The chicken's really perfectly cooked.
Yeah, the chicken's great, but it's just the batter's got no real texture to it.
No, it's got a bit of crispiness.
Mm.
This one feels kind of fluffy compared to
Yeah, it's a little. It is a fluffy batter.
a bit chewier.
It's just got more texture. It's not really crispy. It's not. It doesn't absorb fat like the.
Yeah.
So a bit more of the batter stuck to it, but I think we'll use that as an experiment to say failed. A keto sweet and sour sauce.
If only there was a bottle right behind you, or a bowl right behind you.
So Ella's dinner, she has made herself some different types of chicken bites and a sweet and sour sauce.
Recipes on the website.
There you go. Right. Ouch. We're pretty much done. I've just got to cook the last few bits of the chicken in the egg white protein. It's better. You can sort of see it's better. It's definitely held on to the chicken better than it did previously.
So what's different?
I've just increased the amount of mystery white powder.
Right.
I added another 8 grams to the mix. So effectively it would have been closer to sort of maybe 20, 25 grams for the original weight. So it's definitely better, but it's not right. It's not 100%. I wouldn't be happy putting that as a recipe yet. Needs a bit of work. However, this one's fine. Egg white protein. Yeah, see that you can hear the fizz is different. There's a reaction that's going on with that first one, with that other batter. That's just not quite right. Not today, Kathy. No, not today. We've got some more development to do with it yet. I know, need those. Right, okay. So, egg white protein definitely wins the batter. You can use vital wheat gluten and you will get a very, very similar result. They tend to work 1 for 1. Not in mega. Don't try it. You're just wasting your money. In the batter, it works. This is from My Protein. We don't stock it. I've only ever had that one bag. It's lasted me an absolute, age. You don't use a huge amount of it. So you can find egg white, and make sure it is egg white protein, not egg white powder. So the egg white, no, it's in the egg powder,
Yeah,
the full egg.
Egg white powder.
Egg white powder.
Not whole egg.
Yeah, not whole egg powder, because there's a lot of whole egg powder out there as well. So you just want the egg white powder. Right. And we're just a couple of minutes and we can sit and eat. We've got some coleslaw that Ella made yesterday, some salad, some dips. That's probably about as done for the day. Right, thank you very much for joining the experiment. I hope you enjoyed the tiny little failure. Let's see what this tastes like. This is the big clump of the batter. Just disappears. Yeah. Wow, you can taste the salt in it. That's weird. Yeah. So there's no texture to it at all when you fry it. But so chicken, yes. Prawns, yes. White fish, yes. Even veggies, if you want to sort of dip, deep fry sort of courgettes, aubergines, that sort of stuff. So right, anyway. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much, folks. What's going on over the weekend?
I'm making tuna meatballs tomorrow.
So, tuna meatballs. Ella is live at you. Is it 4 o'clock?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, if you want to see us again, 4 o'clock tomorrow.
On Facebook.
On Facebook, not the YouTube. And members, don't forget, we've got accountability and recognition tonight. Let's see who's been good.
7:45 alcohol check.
Right, see you later, folks. Bye.